Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In our previous class, we have been discovered about the rediscovery of Mendel's work, and even we have been discussed some basic terms which is related to the inheritance. Which are the terms we have been discussed means what is the meaning of gene? So alleles, locus, phenotype, genotype, homozygous means what, heterozygous means what, dominant gene, recessive gene. Then what to whom we are connected as a hybrid, monohybrid, dihybrid. So and even we have been discussed about the first filial generation and second filial generation. So all these things we have been discussed in our previous class. So once again little bit will glance here. So this concept you should know very well. So chromosomes, how many chromosomes are present in our body? 46 chromosomes are present in our body. So in these 46 chromosomes, who is present means number of genes will be present. So on these chromosomes will be present, chromosomes will present on the genes. Like how assume that your benches are the chromosomes, on that benches you people you are sitting and you are the genes. So on the chromosomes will be present, genes will sit, and in which place the genes will sit, that place we are connected as a locus. Where the genes will be sit on the chromosome, that place we are calling it as a locus. And what is the characteristics of the genes means, genes it will helps to hold the characters, whichever the characters are present in our body, each character it is hold by what means, it is hold by the gene. How many characters internally, externally, whichever the characters are present inside our body, outside our body, every characters it is hold by one gene. So a number of genes, millions together genes will be present on our chromosomes. So genes will holds the character. Now extra characters which will be appears outside the body we are connected as a phenotype, and the characters, for that characters the genes which will be hold we are calling it as a genotype we are calling. And genes it will be represented always in the form of a alleles. So alleles it is represented in the form of a capital letters and small letters. So capital letters they will be indicates the dominancy, and small letters it will indicates the recessiveness. So all these things we have been discussed in our previous class. Next let us discuss today's topics here. Today's topic is let us discuss the principle and law of inheritance. Already we know that so who is the father of the genetics means Gregor John Mendel. He is the father of the genetics. Why we called him as a father of the genetics means because he is the first person who said about the inheritance, who said about the heredity, who said about the genes. Because after the work hard of the 7 years, so he given this conclusion. And what are the conclusion he given? He given in the form of a principle and laws, and that principles and laws it has been rediscovered by the 3 scientists. All these things we have been discussed so in our previous classes. So today's class let us discuss so what are the principle and laws. It has been given by the given by the Mendel. So first let us discuss the principles here. Later we'll go for the laws. So first law, principle of unit character. This is the first law. It is given by the Mendel. So what is the law name is principle of unit characters. So laws and principles it should be written as it is. You can't write by your own words. So keep remember this one. It is important for your exam. So first law, what is the first principle? What is the first principle means principle of a unit character. So let us discuss this one. According to this principle, gene is the unit of heredity responsible for carrying the characters from one generation to the another generation. According to this principle, Mendel's what he said means gene is the unit. What he said here means gene is the basic unit. As he said the definition also, what is the gene means gene is the basic unit of heredity. Why? Because means just now I said here gene it will hold each character. Suppose you are fair in color or you are black in color, your eyebrows it is curved or how it is present. So your hairs are long, your hairs are short. So whichever it may the characters are present in your body. Are yours RBCs are round in color, red in shape. So how many characters are present in your body? Your blood group is A, B or AB or O. Whichever your blood group is there, for every blood group one gene will be present in our body. So like that. So how many characters are present in our body? Each character it is held by what means it is held by the gene. Every character which is present in our body, every character it is held by whom means it is held by the gene. So that's why gene we are calling it as a unit of heredity, because through this gene only the characters are transmitting. The gene which is present in your father, that gene will enter into your body along with the gametes. So another one time I will repeat here. So the gene which is present in your father and mother, that gene it will be enters into your body, into the offspring body. So how they will enters into the offspring body is through the gametes. Which are the gametes? The sperm and the eggs are the gametes. Sperm and the egg are the gametes. So with the help of this, what happens is they where the gametes will enters into the offspring. So that you people will get the characters of whose characters your parents' characters will exhibit on your body. So that's why gene we are going to say gene is the unit of heredity. Heredity means you have been studied the definition here. So what is the meaning of heredity? Means what heredity means what here? So the study of the heredity means what here means. So the inheritance of a character is called as a heredity. What is the meaning of heredity? The inheritance of a character. Inheritance means transfer of characters from one generation to the another generation. So that the characters are transmitted by whom is characters are transmitted by the gene. So that's why gene is the unit of the heredity, which is responsible to carry the characters from one generation to the another generation. Through this gene, the characters will be transmitted from one generation to the another generation. So that's why gene we are calling it as a unit of the heredity. And this principle states, even this principles what it will states that each biological character, this principle what it will states means each biological character behaves an independent unit during the inheritance, and each character is controlled by a pair of factors or a gene or an allele. So what they are telling here is each character. So what they are telling means behaves an independent unit during the inheritance here. According to this law, what it will tell here is unit, the gene which is helping to carry the characters from one generation to the another generation, it behaves an independently. It will not depend on others here. It will not depend anyone. It will act like a independent. So gene it is acting like a independent, and it is helping to transfer the characters, and each characters it is controlled by whom is it is controlled by the gene or factor. So factor means what here? Factors means genes. Genes only we are calling as a factor. So factor is another name. Keep remember, factors to whom we are calling factors means genes we are calling as a factor. So genes we are calling it as a factor. So what is the meaning of factor means genes we are calling it as a factors we are calling. So what means genes we are calling it as a factor we are calling. Now what is the means? Each character is controlled by a pair of factors or gene. Each character means characters it is controlled by whom is character it is controlled by the gene. What is the meaning of this means? Each character is controlled by a pair of gene means each character it is controlled by whom? It is controlled by the gene. That means here gene it will holds the character. So gene it is acting independently. This is the meaning. So three concepts he said in this principle. First one what means gene is the unit of the heredity. Through this gene only the characters will transmitted from one generation to the other generation. Second concept what he is telling, gene is independently, it is not dependent on anyone, it is independently, it will inherited independently, it will inherited from one generation to the another generation. Third concept what he said here means genes are factors, it will controls the characters. Genes are factors, it will controls to whom it will controls? It will controls for the characters, and it will be in which condition means it will be in a pairing condition. Just now as I said here, genes will be in the form of a pair. So this is the pair, and each one we are calling as a alleles. So this is one allele, this is one allele. So or else this one, this is one allele, this is one allele. Or else this one, this is one allele, this is one allele. Or else this one, this is one allele, this is one allele. So like that here for or else here this is one allele and this is one allele. So this it will indicate for the color, yellow color. So that's why yellow color, green color. So these are the indication. This is it will shows the color. So which we are indicating in the form of a capital letters and small letters, and these are all the genes. These are all the what here means these are all the genes which is holding the character, and each how it will be present means it will be present in the pair. Always they will be in the form of a pair. Each one we are calling it as a allele. So this is the first principle. It is given by the Mendel. So what is the first principle? As I said you here, gene what here gene is the unit of the heredity, and through this gene the characters will be transmitted from one generation to the another generation. and even these principles what it will states means, so gene it is independent, gene it is not dependent on any other factors, directly gene it is independent. So gene behaves an independent, so gene it is not depending on anyone to transfer its character. So gene it is an independently, it will shows the inheritance. So while they are transferring the characters, it will not depends on anyone, directly it is showing the characters. Next, even each character is controlled by whom is, each character is controlled by a pair of factors or gene here. Each character is controlled by whom is, it is controlled by the gene or alleles. This is the first principle it has given by the what here means Mendel's here. Now let us discuss the second principle. Second principle means principle or law of dominance here. This is the second principle, principle or law of dominance. What we will see that what's this principle it will states here. So the principle law states in F1 hybrid one of the contrasting, the principle or law states that F1 hybrid of one of the contrasting character is appeared and controlled by two different genes, in which one of the gene character is expressed phenotypically and another gene character is suppressed. The expressed gene character is called dominant and the suppressed gene character is called recessive. So what he is telling him is in F1 hybrid. So F1 hybrid means first hybrid. Hybrid means offspring, as I said you here. Suppose here I will write here. So father is tall, so he is having this type of alleles. Father is tall, he is having this type of alleles. Mother is short, so their mother, she is having this type of alleles, small t. Father is tall, mother is short. So father in his body which type of genotype, phenotypically what she is showing for phenotypically, so there what term is father is very tall. So inside the body genes how they are present means genes are present in this manner, assume that. Next, mother, she is short, so phenotypically she is short, and if you see that genotype means they are showing this type of alleles, they are showing small t. Now for them they will get the children. If they get the children, in their children they will get what happen means this type of alleles. In the offspring, what type of alleles they will get here, what type of genes they will get here? One allele it will comes from the father and one allele it will comes from the mother. So this is the pattern how. So that's why as I said here, so in your body mother characters is also there, father characters is also there. So the father character, so capital T it has came from your father and small t allele it has came from your mother. So this is the F1 hybrid. So this is the what here? This is the F1 hybrid we are calling. So what they states that in F1 hybrid one of the contrasting character is appeared and controlled by two gene. So what they are telling here is one of the contrasting. So due to that one, the in F1 hybrid they get a contrasting character. One character it has appeared. Which character it has appeared? The child is in a what here is tall. He is very tall in condition. Now what happened here is, so I controlled by two different genes, in which one of the gene is expressed phenotypically and another gene it is expressed in a suppressed. Now here this T it is there. So this T, as I said here, capital always it will be in a dominant in condition. Capital always it will be in a dominant. Capital it will be in a dominant which will express the character, whereas small it is a recessive in condition. Now in the offspring body, the father character is also there, mother character is also there, but who will dominate here? Father will dominate on the mother character. So due to that one, father character will get expressed. So the which character? Father's character will be expressed. Father tall character will get express on their body. So like that. So that is only they are telling. So one of the phenotypically whose character has been appeared? Tall character has been appeared. So inside that, so one dominant character will get expressed. Capital T is the dominant. So that's why whose character has been came here? Father character has been came. Whose character has been recessive means mother character has been recessive. Mother character has been hidden inside the body. So this in this manner. So this concept only the Mendel has been expressed in his second principle. So law of dominance. So who will be the dominant? That character will be expressed. And who will be the recessive? That characters will be hidden inside the body. So the principle and law states that in F1 hybrid, one of the contrasting characters appeared and controlled by two different genes, in which one of the gene character is expressed phenotypically and other gene character will be suppressed. Now whose character has been expressed? Father character has been expressed. So one of the gene has been expressed phenotypically. Whose gene character has been expressed? Father. So that's why the offspring it has been born tall. Now see here, now the father is also tall, child is also tall, but inside their body, so that in the inside father body, the genes will be capital T they are present, whereas in the offspring, what type of genes are present means capital T and small t it is present, because one allele it has came from the father, another one allele it has came from the mother. So genotypically father and child has been different allele, but phenotypically phenotypically what both they are tall in condition. So this is the second principle the Mendel has been given. So example also they are given here in monohybrid cross F1 and F2 hybrid shows heterozygous tall pea plant. So this is the heterozygous because there are two different are present. So that's why we are calling it as a heterozygous. This one we are calling it as a homozygous. This one we are calling it as a homozygous. The gene for tallness is dominant over the gene for the dwarfness. So gene for tallness always it will be dominant on the what here? Dwarfness. So who is dwarf here? Mother, she is dwarf here. Who is tall here? Father is tall. So this is about the second principle. Next we will discuss the law of inheritance. So as you know very well, Mendel say what were the work he done? He written in the form of a principle and laws. So principle, two principles we have been discussed. Next let us discuss the law of inheritance. So law, in that first law he states that law of segregation or law of purity, that is it's Mendel's first law. So first law what it states? Law of segregation or law of purity, law of purity are Mendel's first law. So but this law will explain you later. So after the explanation of monohybrid cross or inheritance of one gene, because after understanding this concept, then it will be easy to understand for you this first law. So if I done first itself means you are unable to understand properly. So that's why first I will do the monohybrid cross. What is the meaning of monohybrid? Already I have been discussed this in your basic term. What is the meaning of monohybrid cross here? Monohybrid cross means crossing the parents with one character. So mono means what here? One. So where two parents are crossed by taking the one character. So first we will discuss this one, and later after explanation of this one I will state you the law of segregation or law of purity. So monohybrid cross are inheritance of genes, one gene. That means by taking the one character and crossing with the parents here. So let us do this one. This is one of the most important guarantee question for your exam. Compulsorily you have to read this one. 100% this question will be there for your exam for 5 marks. So for this first of all we have to read the parental phenotype. Phenotype means you know very well what is the meaning of phenotype? External character. Phenotype means what? External character. Genotype means what? Their genes. First parental phenotype, that means your parents character, external character will take. Parents external character are, one is tall parent, another one is dwarf parent. Which parents we took here? Pea plant. So because Mendel conducted the experiment on pea plant, so that's why we are written here pea plants. So one pea plant is tall, another pea plant is dwarf. So this is the external character. By saying externally, one pea plant is tall, another pea plant is dwarf. Dwarf means what here? Short. Dwarf means what? Dwarf means short. Two parents are present. So that's why we are written here parental phenotype. You have to write in this manner only. So parental phenotype. So first one is tall. One parent is tall pea plant, another one is a dwarf pea plant. It is there. Next one, the parental genotype. Parental, what is the parental genotype? Genes for this one is tall, TT. Genes for this one. So we have taken only one character. Which character we took here? We have taken the height character. So this is the height character. So only one character we took. So that's why we have given the name as a monohybrid. So what is the character for this tall means? Tall means genotype is TT. It has been written TT. So dwarf means small t it has been written. Now for this genotype, capital T both are present. Both are same. So that's why we are written here as a homozygous. Already have been studied this also. What is the meaning of homozygous condition and heterozygous condition? So both are same. So that's why we are written it as a homozygous. So here also both they are same here. We are written it as a homozygous. Heterozygous means capital T, small t. Like this it will be present. Heterozygous homozygous means this condition it will come. But here both the parents are in the same alleles they are present. This is one allele, this is one allele. Both are same here. So that's why we are written it as a homozygous condition. Homozygous tall, here homozygous dwarf, small t, capital T, capital T. Now for this we will remove the gametes. Which are the gametes? Capital T is one gamete. So both are same. So that's why only one gamete will release here. So both are same alleles, only one gamete. So this one we are calling it as a gamete. Here also will release one gamete, small t. So both are same. So that's why we will release only one gamete. Now we will join these together. So in the offspring. So who is the offspring? This is the offspring. So this is the F1 hybrid. So who is here? F1 monohybrid. This is the hybrid. So we have taken only one character. So that's why monohybrid we are written. So this is the offspring. These are the parents. For this, these are the parents. For these parents, they got the child. So this child, it is in which condition means? It is in a heterozygous condition. Now it is a heterozygous tall. I have written here only. So heterozygous because this is one allele, this is one type of allele. So both are different alleles are present. So that's why what we have written? We have written it as a heterozygous condition. Hetero means different. So and externally if you come to the phenotype of this one is it is a tall. So because who is dominant? This T is dominant. So capital letter it will be dominant. Now capital letter what character it is showing? Capital letter it is showing the tall character. So small t always it will be in a recessive in condition. Small always it will indicate the recessiveness. Capital letters it will indicate the dominance condition. So capital T this is it is indicating the dominance. It is showing it expressing its character. So capital T which character it is holding? Tall character. So that's why offspring will also born in a tall character only. But it is heterozygous condition. Now father is also tall. Offspring is also tall, but inside the father genotype is a capital T, capital T. Inside the offspring the genotype is capital T, small t. So in this manner it is present. Now next what here means this one we are going to say first filial generation or first generation. So our first monohybrid we are calling. So this one only we are going to say first filial generation, first hybrid we are calling. Next for this we will cross this one. Selfing will do F1 into F1, that is selfing. So next what we have F1 which we got here, that F1 will go for the crossing. So that means here F1 hybrid into F1 hybrid. F1 hybrid into F1 hybrid. So F1 hybrid which genotype it is present? So it is a genotype. Genotype you have to write genotype. Which genotype? This genotype. So capital T, small t, capital T, small t. So which genotype? Capital T, capital T. What here? Capital T, capital same genotype it will comes. Now we will remove the gametes same as it is. How we have removed the gametes here? The same manners. Gametes we removed. Gametes if we removed means say two different are there. So how many gametes will come here? Two will come. Two different gametes will come. This is one gamete. This is one gamete. This is one gamete and this is one gamete. Two different gametes we got here. But here we got only one gamete. Why we got here means homozygous in condition. Both are same. So that's why we removed only one gamete we removed. Here both are different. See here both are different. So that's why we will get two different we will get here. This is one gamete. This is one gamete. Two different gametes we got here. Now next here. So we will produce the F2 generation. So like here F1 generation is finished. So from this we will do the crossing. We will do the crossing and we will produce the F2 generation. We will produce the F2 generation we will produce like this. We will produce the F2 generation. F2 generation means, so here F2 generation. So we will write the checkerboard. So this is only we are calling it as a checkerboard. This one we are calling as a checkerboard. So here we will write the gametes. Both two parents are there. Okay, two parents. One is the female, another one is the male. Whichever you want, wherever want you can write. So capital T, another one is small t, and in the same manner here capital T, small t, like this. So this T from which parent? From this parent, like this. See, this is one parents. This is one parents we put here, and this one parents, another parent which it is here. So two, this one and this one. So which wherever want you can write. It's like this. Capital T, small t, capital T, small t. Now you have to multiply this one. Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, small t, capital T. Small t, if it comes here miss, first always we have to write the capital T only. Capital T, small t, small t, small t. So like that we got, just we have been crossed. Capital T, 2t. Capital T, small t, capital. Small t, capital T means capital T, small t only. So small t means small t. Now we had these are the genotype. For this genotype we will write the phenotype. Capital T means what? Capital T means tall. Capital T, small t means here tall character is also there, dwarf character is also there. But who is dominant? Tall character is dominant. Dwarf it is in a recessive condition. So that's why it will be in a hidden condition. So that's why it will be, this will also be tall only. Now this is also tall only, just now as I said here. So capital T, this it will show the tallness, this it will show the dwarfness. But who will be dominant? Capital T will be the dominant. So this it will be the recessive, tall only. And small t means it will be dwarf, D-R-A-F, dwarf. So like that in F2 generation, this is the F2 generation. F2 generation, how many children they got here? 4 children they got here. And 4 children, so they are in the 3 are tall. Among the 4 children, 3 are tall. 1, 2, 3, 3 are tall, and 1 is a dwarf. That's why we'll write the ratio. This ratio it is important. In your exam for 1 mark, they'll ask you write the monohybrid phenotypic ratio. So monohybrid phenotypic ratio. Monohybrid phenotypic ratio. What is the monohybrid phenotype? Phenotype means external character. By saying 4 children, among that 3 children are tall externally, बाहर से दिखने में कैसे हैं? 3 बच्चे बड़े हैं. So that's why 3 children are tall. How many children are tall? 3 children are tall. Externally to see, बाहर से दिखने में कि एक बच्चा कहता है, एक बच्चा छोटा है, small it is present. So which is dwarf. So that's why 3. What is the phenotypic ratio means? Phenotypic ratio is 3:1. In the same manner, monohybrid genotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio. Genotype means genes. If you come like that means genes, if you come means we will get the different ratio. 3 also tall, 3 भी tall रहेंगे, but the genotypes will be differ. So 3 different types. This is one genotype, understand, and this is one type of genotype. These two are similar, and this is one type of genotype. So 3 different genotypes are we are getting. इन्हें अलग, इन्हें दो अलग, this one is different. So genotypically, genes, if you take the genes, these are all are the genes. If you take the genes means we will get the tree. तो phenotypically देखने में बाहरी, phenotype means external character. देखने में 4 बच्चे में 3 बच्चे ऊंचे हैं, एक बच्चा गिड्ढा है. So 3 बच्चे में externally, that's why we are written it as 3:1 externally. But if you see the genotype in this 3 tall here means 3 tall means it will be in one child. एक बच्चे में capital T capital रहता है, 2 बच्चे में heterozygous condition रहता है, capital T small t, it will be present in this manner. So like that. So what is the ratio for this one? 1:2:1. So in your exam they may be ask you important question 100%. If you write all these things means then only you will get the 5 marks. 100% compulsorily you have to practice this one. So what is the monohybrid phenotypic ratio means 3:1. So tall and dwarf. What is the monohybrid genotypic ratio means 1:2:1. 1 it is present. So this is the monohybrid genotypic ratio. So now conclusion. So let us come to the conclusion. Conclusion, what is given here is the factors or genes present in F1 hybrid segregates or separate during the formation of gametes in equal ratio. Thus the gametes are pure by having one factors or gene for a character. So let us conclusion, I'll tell you later here. That means here first law it will states here. So now in F2 generation they are telling. So 1 by 4 is in F2 generation. In F2 generation 1 by 4 are homozygous tall. Next 2 by 4 is are heterozygous tall, that is capital T small t, and 1 by 4 is homozygous dwarf. Homozygous dwarf it is present. If you come to the ratios, dwarf means small t. So 1 by 4. 4 means here 4 children are there. So that's why we are written here 4. Among 4 children, 1 is among 4 children. एक बच्चा क्या है? It is homozygous tall because both are same. So that's why I written here homozygous tall. So only one child among 4 child, one child is homozygous tall, which is they having the genes capital T they having. Next 2 children are heterozygous tall. 2 children they are heterozygous tall. This is also tall, but the genes are in heterozygous condition because this is different. So that's why we are connected as a heterozygous. How many child among 4 child? 2 are heterozygous condition. This is, and next 1 is among 4. 1 is homozygous dwarf. Who is homozygous dwarf? Small t. This is the homozygous dwarf. They are present. So like that, small t, capital T, they are present. So what is the ratio? 1 by 4. 2:4, 1 by 4. This is the ratio. That means just as I written capital T is to capital T small t is to small t. So this is the ratio. So in mathematical condition, the binomial nomenclature, it will states like this: ax plus by. But in your exam, all these things they doesn't need here. So no need here. But in your exam, up to here you have to write for your exam. If you want means you can write this. So this much is enough for your exam. So if you write up to here, so you will get the 5 marks. Must and should everyone you have to practice this one. This is one of the guarantee and 100% it will be appear in your exam. Now first law I will tell you here. So first law what it will states means, see in your notes they have been given here. So first law what it will states, law of segregation or law of purity of gametes or Mendel's first law. So what it will show here means, the law states that when a pair of contrasting factors or genes are brought together. So pair of contrasting factors means what here? Genes, as I said here. So what is the meaning of factors? Genes. A pair of contrasting factors or genes are brought together. So who is brought together? See, this is a pair of characters. So to understand the sentence here, a pair of contrasting factors are genes. A pair of genes. Who is the pair of genes? This is the pair of genes here. A pair of genes when they brought together. So when they brought together, see both they have been brought together and they produced what means, they produce the hybrid. This is the hybrid. These factors do not mix up but simply associate. These factors what they are doing here, these factors they do not mix here. So from both the parents the factors are entering but they do not mix up but simply associate. Just they will remain together and they will simply associate and remain together. Just they will not mix here. They will remain as it is. Just suppose example I will tell you here. If you take the milk and if you add the water here, means completely it will mix together. But in the same manner, if you take the mixture, so in that mixture many different type of components are present. They will mix together but they will remain separately. All they will not mix together, like how in milk the water it has been mixed here. In the same manner, that concept they are telling here. So when they bring the pair of contrasting contrasting genes, if you bring together, means in the hybrid both they have been mixed. Both they have been associate together. So this factor, this allele also it has been mixed here, this allele also it has been mixed, but it has been a present together, but they didn't mixed. Though be millenni, both it has not combined, but they are living together. They are associated means combined together. Both they are living together, associate remains together. They are remaining, but they are not mixing. Like how in the water, the like how in the milk, the water will mix in the same manner. It is not mixing. Though be फादर कने का एक allele है, मदर कने का एक allele है, both they are living together but they didn't mix, they are living separately and they are expressing their character. You know क्या करें, साथ साथ रखो, they are expressing, so that's concept they are taking, but they simply associate, खाली simply मिल को ही remain together, associate together means साथ साथ ही मिल को ही, but they have not mixed, they do not mix up, मिल गए नहीं noicism. So next, during the gamete formation, the factors or genes are segregated and passed on each gamete so that the gametes maintain purity. So mixing together and they have been entered into whose body? They have been entered into the next generation, they have been entered into the offspring. यहाँ का एक allele, यहाँ का एक allele, दो भी मिले, मिल को किस में एंट्री हुए? They have been entered into the offspring में एंट्री हुए. offspring में क्या कर रहे हैं? They are exhibiting their character without mixing together. दो भी मिल के नहीं, अलग अलग इच्छा को in the offspring they have been exhibited the character. So that's why they have been formation. The factors means genes. factors का तो क्या? genes. factors means genes. They are segregate का तो सात मिल को and passed to the each gamete. pass को किस में गए? gametes में गए. Who are the gametes? sperm and the egg are the gametes, and so that the gametes maintain purity. In this manner the gametes, they are maintaining the purity and they are expressing in the offspring. Hence this law is also called as law of purity. So as a law, what we are telling means this law we are calling as a purity of gametes. Hence what we are calling purity, because they are maintaining the purity. They are not mixing together. दो भी मिल को दूसरा एक फॉर्म में नहीं आ रही. They are both, they are living separately. Though they are living separately, they are showing, exhibiting their character. अपना character क्या करे? Exhibit कर रही. So that is the meaning of what means purity of a gamete. Mendel formulated this law by conducting the monohybrid cross in a garden pea plant. So Mendel, what he done here means Mendel conducted this cross here. So who conducted this cross? Mendel conducted this cross, monohybrid cross, and finally he given the law of segregation, law of purity of gamete, or else even we are calling it as a Mendel's first law also we are calling. So in this manner, this is the Mendel's first law and this is the what means law of inheritance. So in this law what he said here means from the parents the genes will be enters into the offspring, but these genes they will not mix together, they will segregate together, they will be remains together, but they will express in the offspring, they will express their characters in the offsprings. So they are maintaining the purity. So that's why the name also is given at a law of purity of the gametes, he said. So this is the monohybrid. This is one of the 100% guarantee question for your exam. 5 marks compulsorily it will be present for your exam. So you have to write from here to up to, as I said, you up to here like this. Up to here you have to write. Even 1 mark they may be asked you question. Write the monohybrid phenotypic ratio is this one. Monohybrid genotypic ratio is this one. There, this is about your what term is monohybrid and dihybrid. Next we'll go for the test cross here. What is the meaning of a test cross? Monohybrid test cross. Monohybrid test cross to whom we are calling means crossing the what here hybrid. Monohybrid test cross means here I tell you this is the monohybrid just now we have been discussed. Now test cross to whom we are calling means crossing the hybrid with a recessive parent. Who is the recessive parent? This is the recessive parent. So crossing the what here means हाइब्रिड. हु इज द हाइब्रिड? दिस वन इज द हाइब्रिड. हाइब्रिड को किसके साथ है? पेरेंट्स के साथ क्रॉस करती हैं. ऑफस्प्रिंग हाइब्रिड, ऑफस्प्रिंग इज क्रॉस्ड विद द पेरेंट्स. विच पेरेंट्स? रेसेसिव पेरेंट्स. सो दिस कैपिटल टी, so it is crossed with the small t. This is we are calling it as a test cross that I have been mentioned here. See, monohybrid test cross means crossing F1 monohybrid with its recessive parents. Monohybrid with whose parent? Recessive parent is called as monohybrid cross. So F1 hybrid is crossed with the recessive parent. In the next generation, tall and dwarf are produced. So for that also we will put the alleles like this. See here, parental phenotype. So F1 hybrid, parental phenotype, parents phenotype we are taking. So parental F1 is a tall here. Phenotype is what here? F1 phenotype is a tall here. One parent is tall. Another parental phenotype is what here? Recessive parent. That is a dwarf. They are dwarf. So mother is dwarf here, crossing the offspring with the mother. So recessive parent. Who is the recessive parent? The recessive parent means dwarf, it is present. So this is the phenotype. Now for the genotype, this one, tall hybrid, how it will came? Capital T, small t, it has came. So recessive parent, small t, small t. Now same manner we have to release the gametes here, like how we have done in the gametes. Will release the gametes. So the heterozygous condition means two gametes will be released. Capital T, small t, two gametes it has been released. This is the homozygous condition. So that's one gamete we have been released. Now we will produce the F2 generation. We'll cross these together and we'll produce the F2 generation. Who is the F2 generation? This is the F2 generation. So we'll do the we'll put the checkerboard. This is the checkerboard. So checkerboard. So one we will put here capital T, small t, one parent, and this is another parent. Now we'll do the crossing. Capital T, small t. Capital T, small t, small t, small t. That means here capital T, small t means who is dominant? T is the dominant. So T, that's why it has been expressed the tall, and this is the dwarf. Both there means dwarf only, so dwarf it is exhibiting. So what is the monohybrid test cross ratio? Here phenotype, genotype it will not come. Here what it will comes? Only the test cross ratio it will comes. In both monohybrid, what is the phenotypic ratio? Means phenotypic ratio is in 3:1, whereas genotypic ratio is 1:2:1 it will come. So monohybrid test cross ratio is 1:1 because one tall and one dwarf. Two children are there. One is dwarf, one is tall. So that's why. So the appearance of recessive character in the offspring. So in the offspring that is nothing but F1 indicates that unknown genotype is a heterozygous condition. So unknown genotype it is which in condition? They are in a heterozygous in condition. So how they came here? Heterozygous in condition. This is here they maybe ask you what is the test cross. So the right what is the phenotypic ratio of the test write the monohybrid test cross ratio. They'll ask 1:1. So these questions will be arises for your exam. So this is about your test cross. This is about your test cross. This is about your test cross. Understand? So monohybrid it is important for your exam. 100% it will comes for your exam. Next we will discuss the gene interaction. So in your next class, if you didn't understand anything means, so you can ask for me or else you can contact me. I will be in the college, or else you can call and you can ask me the doubt. So remaining will do in the next class.